What's going on, guys? So I'm back with another Sunday watch list. We got a lot to cover. A lot is going on this week, and we have a lot of Fed speakers and economic data, such as PPI on Wednesday, CPI on Thursday, FOMC minutes on Wednesday as well, initial jobless claims Thursday as well, OPEC on Thursday, and that is gonna. We have a lot of Fed speakers, so we got to be careful with all that. Just be aware of all that. And overall, the futures market has opened up pretty red, right? We closed up here at 43.57 on Friday, and we're now back near the 4,300 area. It's a pretty big sell-off. Same with the NASDAQ. We sold off over 160 points. We're holding up psychological level 15,000, but that does put us back near this range, right? This range that we were in before. Every time we came into this range, we basically sold off, right? You guys can see come into the range, we sell off, we sell off, sell off. And Friday, we finally broke above it, but now we're back below that range, right? And in this range, it's a range from that 15,000 area all the way back down to like this area down here, right? It's a pretty big range right now. We opened up below it. So the setups were looking really good before the futures market sold off. And I believe we're selling off because of what's going on with the Israel situation, that they're like throwing missiles, or the war situation. And I believe that is why we're selling off right now. So that could definitely have an impact on the market, along with all the economic data this week. Let's get into the SPY chart here though. So because of that, SPY is going to open up somewhere down here, right? Depending on how we open up pre-market. But let's get right into it. This is going to be Friday's high, 431 to 432 is going to be on high watch for me. 431 to 432. Those are going to be the key levels to pay attention to. As you guys can see, that is a big zone from back here. And even over here, if I drag this more this way, you guys will be able to see here that 432 is a key level from back here, right? You guys see that big rejection there. So that is why that is going to be an important level. If we are able to get above that and reclaim that, we should have room up to 434. And the next level is really all the way up to 437.5, right? On the daily chart, we close really good. This is a nice candle that you would like to see off of that 200 simple moving average. The pullback is probably going to be down near this 425 level. We're able to hold this 425 level from back here. You guys can see that level holds up nice here. It was previous resistance back here. So if we do get a pullback, hold this 425, 426 area, we can expect a move back up into there. But above 432, that's where I will be watching for a move back up into 434, 437. Now, if we do end up going back below that 425, it's probably going to be a move back down to the bottom of the range, just so we could be prepared, right? And that is going to be the daily 200 simple moving average. Things are looking bullish right now. But the futures opening up like that is not, right? So same thing with the QQ chart. That is a strong daily candle. We have a nice trend line here that looks like it's holding up really well. We also have a trend line from here to here, right? So that could definitely be a target if we continue to go higher. But this was the range here on the Qs. This was that supply zone that we kept failing to get above. And like I showed you guys, it's very similar to the NQ, right? That same level that we kept failing to get above. And originally what the watch list was going to be was a bounce in this area, but now we are below this area. So now if we stay below this area, it could be good for rejections back down to the bottom of the range, unless we open up above it pre-market. So it's all going to depend on how we open up pre-market. This is the bottom of the range down here, but this is the top of the range where we get rejected multiple times, as you guys see on the NASDAQ, right? It just depends how we're going to open up pre-market. But with all the news catalyst and the Israel stuff going on, a lot can change, right? But overall, we'll see how we open up. If we start to hold up this area and get back above Friday's high, which is up here, we should start making our way back up into these levels up here. This 367 and really back into 370s. So, and so on, right? 370, 372, 373. This looks like a zone right here. And then that trend line. So back to the downside. below that range, probably back down to the bottom. Individual tickers, we're looking really good as well. We'll see how these open up. This is like a nice zone right here that holds up pretty well. Go to hourly, as we'll see it a little bit better. Right, multiple touches in this area, bounces, rejects, bounces. And if we can hold that area, it would be pretty clean for a move back up into 179. If we do start to reject that zone, we'll probably start heading back down to this 176, right? That this area could still hold up as well, but below that, probably back down to 174. Not my main watch. There is going to be some better setups that I personally like. With Amazon, we would want to see a 127, 126 hold. We'd want to see these levels hold and get a break and retest of this trend line for a move back up into 130s and 132. This one also is not my main watch. It does look good, right? A lot of these candles are bullish engulfings on the daily, which is really showing a lot of strength, right, across the overall market. Microsoft looks really good, actually. Any pullback back to this 325, 324 area looks great for a potential bounce. What I typically like to do to get that pullback area on point is use a fib retracement. And that 326 level, this 326 level has multiple bounces as well, as you guys can see. So this 326 area, if we can get a pullback back to that area, we have multiple confluences in this area with the 236 retracement. That 9 and the 200 should be in that same area as well. So anywhere in this zone for Microsoft, a pullback would look good. So these are going to be my favorite ones coming into now. These next few ones I'm going to go over. It's going to be NVIDIA. So as you guys can see on NVIDIA, we have this zone that gets really, really respected from all the way back here as a bounce level, then a rejection level. When we're back above it, we bounce off this area multiple times. And here we are with the 9 EMA and the 200 simple moving average, potentially getting a cross back to the upside. If this area can hold this 452, that looks like a great area for us to consolidate and get a move back up into 460 areas and above 460. This has a lot of room, pretty much back up into 470s. So this is definitely going to be on top watch along with AMD. I really like AMD for a pullback back into 105. This 105 area is very respected as well. Notice how we bounce aggressively from here, multiple times, right? All back here. So if we can get a pullback, and notice how we broke out of this trend line here, multiple touches on this trend line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and finally broke above that trend line. I also have this lower trend line right here that we are starting to hold on this new higher low, higher high, broke that higher high. So the way that recent high is correlates with that 105 level. Let's see if we have any other confluences in that area. All right, we do have the 236 is pretty close to that 105 level. Let me see if I grab it from the recent low. Yeah, definitely that 105 area. Be watching that for a bounce on AMD. If this continues to move higher though, keep an eye on it above 109, 110. See if it starts holding these areas for a push back up into 112 and 114. So this is definitely gonna be a name to keep an eye on. Meta looks really, really good as well. I'm gonna nail this level from 313 to 310. This is going to be my whole area where I want to see some type of slowing down in momentum for a push back to the upside. Meta was really strong, as you guys can see. Meta was up 3.49%, along with AMD was up 4%. So AMD and Meta should be top watches for the week. And the reason why I'm watching this level is because it was a huge resistance and we had broken above it. Want to see if that 313 holds. If it doesn't, then the next bounce area is going to be near this 310. Anything back below that, it's pretty bearish, right? But overall, this looks like it's really strong. And if we get some type of pullback to either one of these levels, the confluence with the level with the most confluence is going to be near that 313. So definitely keep an eye on that level. On the hourly, we have the hourly 9 EMA. This could just be like a nice bull flag if this consolidates near that area and holds up for another move back up into 318 and then back up into this 324. Meta's definitely on top watch this week. Google, keep an eye on Google above this area, 139 to 138. Once it gets a reclaim of that, if it does show strength or a pullback into 136 and this holds up, this definitely looks like, yeah, Google 136 bounce looks really good as well. But like I said, a lot of this could be at different areas when we open up pre-market because of futures opening up red. So it all depends on how we open up pre-market, right? But if we do open up bullish, these are the setups that I am watching. Google and Tesla started picking up again. Keep an eye on Tesla above 262 and 263.5. Above those levels gives us room back up into 266 and really up into this 271, 272 area. Let's see. Literally has a lot of it has a lot of room back up to the upside above that 266. So 260 looks like this 268, 269 area, and then back up into these areas really. So Tesla has a lot of room back to the upside. Not my main watch. Like I said, my main watches are going to be AMD and Meta. And I do kind of like that Google pull back to that 136.5. If that holds up, this gives you room back up to the top. And above that top on Google, it's really nothing but room back up into 143s. Looks like, right? Yeah. So Google has a lot of room back to the upside. This weekly chart looks really good. Tesla looks really good. A lot of stuff is looking bullish, right? The only thing that could mess these setups up is going to be that data. But yeah, I don't want to make this watches too long. Main watches are going to be AMD, NVIDIA, and Meta, Google as well. So those are going to be my top four. You guys know the game plan for SPY and Qs already as well. If we stay back below that top of the range, it's probably going to get a move back down to the bottom. If we're able to hold that range, those are the next levels to the upside. Same thing with SPY. We want to get a break and hold above 432 for more upside. Below 425, probably get us back down to that bottom of the range. Should be interesting week. So that is going to cover the Sunday watch list. One more thing though, on October 16th, I am dropping a course. Literally put all my strategies in here. I've been working on this for over 9 months. Took my time with it because I really wanted to make it really good. It's 10 modules with over 50 in-depth lessons, really 60, a little bit more than 60. Put a lot of live trading examples, a lot of strategies that I use on a daily basis, just to help you guys be consistent, right? And I'm going to be dropping this on October 16th. I didn't hold back on any information in here. So I'll be putting a link in the description to the wait list so you guys could have first access to it. Other than that, though, guys, I appreciate all you guys' support, and I hope you guys have a great trading week.